What's going on, brodies? We're back with another video. Yes, you guessed it. It's IMADOODLEBOB. IMADOODLEBOB. Back in the building with another BBB match video. Today, this build is gonna lead to a little bit of a spoiler when it comes to my other builds that I have in mind. But today, we have the one for all build. Now this build is specializing in being very tanky. All right, we got basically every perk that you would ever want to be tanky, bro. We have sturdy body, we have lucky, you know, we have deprived, as well as thick skin. So any perk that would basically make you the most buffiest man alive, we most definitely have it. I know what you're wondering. Is this a reference to like My Hero Academia, Deku? It sure is. As you know, Deku, his power was given to him by All Might, and by doing so, he, you know, later on throughout the show, he gains powers of the previous owners that had One for All, which eventually he has the power of like 8 different quirks, basically 8 different abilities. So here's the catch. Okay, this build, very tanky. All right, we're starting off with resident genes. You're able to heal when using pills. That way, you know, you never run out of heals. You have lucky, you take much damage. You take much less damage while infected, making you overall tankier. You have sturdy body, greatly reduced damage from attacks, making you even more tankier. You have deprived, your max weight limit is greatly reduced, but you gain more health and stam. Very nice. Marathon runner, running consumes no stam. Like I said, every single one of my builds is gonna have this. All right, this is the bread and butter. This is a W perk right here, probably one of the best perks in the game. Thick skin, significantly increased maximum health, which you've never seen me rock this on any build, but we are rocking a tank build, so we are most definitely having thick skin. All right, so with that, you have these last 2 perk slots, right? And this is when we get, okay, this is when we get into the one for all build. So you have, I've made 8 options. All right, I've literally made 8 options that you can go for when it comes to, you know, the ability that you want to utilize. So for example, if you wanted to go with the big belt buckle, which was the last vid we did, right, you would want to rock averaging with heavy shove. As you see right now, we're rocking the Grim Reaper, which with Grim Reaper, you would want to rock Butcher with averaging. Okay. All right, I'm back. Had to go do something, so that was a small little cut. Even though it's instant for y'all, but like I said, you have the Grim Reaper build, right? So you can make it, you know, you can use the power of the Grim Reaper. You can go Butcher, averaging. You have big belt buckle. You can go with heavy shove, averaging. You have the Wonder Weapon build, right? Or you can basically one-shot everything. So you would want to rock averaging with Steel Chamber, both on expert. Okay. Then we have the Jason Voorhees build, where you're able to just do crazy damage with one-handed, you know, melee weapons, right? On that one, you would want to rock Headhunter with Hitman, both on expert. All right. Then we get into the other builds, which I haven't even made a video on these yet, which are they're kind of a spoiler. So these are builds that y'all are gonna see in the future, but you're getting a little, you know, you're getting a little bit of what the build has, right? So we have the Happy Camper build. Now on this one, what you're gonna want to do is take out Deprive. All right, you want to remove Deprive and put in meal on expert, and then you want to put we'll just say Caravan. You want to basically put this on there as S perk as well. And then for your third and final perk, whichever items that you want to carry the most, you would basically put it on there. So for example, let's say I want to be able to carry medical items the most, then you'll put healing item stack expert. If I want to carry bullets the most, I'll put vulture expert. You know, if I want to carry a bunch of explosives on me, then you'll put grenader on expert, and etc. All right, and that would be the happy camper variant that you'd want to go for. And that's just, you know, you have the biggest backpack in the world, you know, you can carry everything. All right, so far we've went over Grim Reaper, big belt buckle, wonder weapon, happy camper. Now we got another build which I haven't even showed y'all, which I call the buckshot roulette. But this one, you're gonna also want to remove Deprive, and instead of having Deprive, you're gonna want to put overkill, tight shot, and then have averaging. Okay, and that's the buckshot roulette build. Okay, then we have another build which I call the 007. You already know where we're going with this one. Okay, with this one, for your last 2 perk slots, which are basically free, you know what I mean, like they're free for the most part, you're gonna put head blown expert with wicked on expert as well. So not only you're able to probably cripple zombies on every shot, every headshot is probably going to, you know, take out the zombies as well. Then for the 8th and final one, this build is called the Boo Boo Kiss. You can probably already assume where we're going with this one. The Boo Boo Kiss is like a full-on medical build. Okay, this is a build that you'll specialize in to not only be able to heal yourself, but also heal your teammates, get your teammates up quicker, etc. Right? So on this one, you're gonna want to remove Deprive, and instead of having that, you want to have staying alive expert. Then for the second one, you want to have skilled medic, right? Then for the third one, you want to have healing item stack expert. Okay, so that's basically all of your batches that you get to choose from when it comes to having the one for all build. Okay, this one is a very versatile build because you can switch your abilities up at any time that you really want to. You know, you could do one match with the Grim Reaper, then you can switch it to the wonder weapon. Now I know the main question that y'all are asking, what type of loadouts would I be wanting to rock with every single one of these, you know, builds, right? All these different hybrids. So for the Grim Reaper, obviously you're gonna want your handy dandy. You're gonna want your handy dandy tree trimmer. Then you're gonna want to go with body armor with the adrenaline shot. Okay, now when it comes to the big belt buckle build, you're gonna want your body armor, your adrenaline shot, and you're gonna want to carry a mass casualty kit. All right, another cut again. Okay, I'm gonna keep on moving on though. Then if you're rocking the happy camper build, okay, happy camper build, you're gonna want to rock, the first item you're gonna want is the satchel. Okay, so you're gonna be rocking the satchel, you're gonna rock body armor, and the last one is really up to you. You don't have to rock an adrenaline shot. It just depends on what you're going for. If you're going for like a medical build, then you may want to bring like a mass casualty kit. The only thing that's really necessary is the satchel. I know if it's me, I'm probably bringing a satchel, body armor. I'm bringing a satchel, body armor and probably a mass casualty kit, honestly. But that's a tricky one, you know. The only thing you necessarily need for that build, since you're trying to increase your backpack size, is the satchel. When it comes to the last two items, you can pick whichever items that you want to go with. All right, now for the buckshot roulette build, okay, what you're gonna want to bring is body armor. Okay, want to bring body armor. Bring the X12 super if you can. If not, then go for like some other shotgun like the 590, and if you can't get that, then just get the one that you can basically start off with, the DB12. But yeah, you want to go with the X12 super. Okay, X12 super. Body armor, and you can get an ammo crate or you can get shells. Okay, now with your character already being decently tanky, since we have sturdy body on expert, what you really could do is go with the X12 super. You can get shotgun shells, right? Get the shotgun shells and then get the ammo crate, which that's actually a very solid option as well for y'all. All right, I'm back again. Another cut. Okay, so like I was saying, buckshot roulette build, you know, you can have that. That's another vessel that is in the one for all build. You can go, you know, X12 super, shotgun shells, ammo crate on top of that. All right, so that'll most definitely help you out, make sure you have a lot of bullets. Then when it comes to the Jason Voorhees variant, you can go with the tired iron. I feel like that's honestly the best choice you got out of all the one-handed weapons, because all of the other ones, they're just, yeah, they're just not that good. Okay, so either stick with the small pipe or go with the tire iron. All right, then again, body armor, adrenaline shot. All right, now listen, I'm just telling you how I would go about my loadouts. Okay, you don't have to, you know what I mean, you don't have to go exactly the way I go whenever I do my loadouts. I just want to kind of point that out there. If you feel like you would rather go with body armor and a mass casualty kit to just be on the safer side, then most definitely do so. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. You can you know, mess around with the build. You can do different loadouts. Same thing with the happy camper. If you don't want to rock a satchel, you feel like you already got enough, you know, backpack capacity, which you most definitely do, yeah, feel free to do that. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, I'm just showcasing my build to y'all, and if you want to make something different out of it, you sure as hell can. Okay, most definitely do that. All right, but yeah, so we done went over the Grim Reaper, big belt buckle, happy camper, buckshot roulette, and Jason Voorhees, right? So we have 3 more to go, and vessels that you can have, or that you can pick from, for the one for all build. So now we got the wonder weapon, which, like I said from before, for the 2 free slots, because these 2 slots are basically like your, you know, you use those based on the vessel that you pick. And for some of them, like buckshot roulette, happy camper, you will remove Deprived to add an extra vessel slot for that, you know, vessel. Okay, so for the wonder weapon, for these 2 slots, you'd want averaging in steel chamber. In terms of your loadout, you're gonna want the M14. Okay, You want the M14 battle rifle. All right. Ammo crate. And 20 bullets of 308. You can do that, or you could do ammo crate with a mass casualty kit. Okay. I know I was doing that for my wonder weapon build for quite some time, but I was like, nah. Instead, I just rock the 20 extra bullets with the ammo crate so I can have even more bullets to, you know, spare. Then we have the 007. All right. Got the 007, which is the 7th vessel that you can pick from out of all of them when it comes to the all for one build, or one for all, my bad. With this one, you're gonna want to rock head blown on expert and wicked on expert as well. All right. The pistol that you're gonna want to go with is the 1911. I feel like this is the most powerful pistol out of the bunch in the game. Okay, so you're gonna want to rock this. Okay, you want to rock the 1911. Get yourself a big old ammo crate with some good old 45 AC rounds, and you're good to go, bro. With that, you should be able to one-shot just about most zombies with a headshot. And if you need to make, you know, crawlers, you most definitely can out of the armored variants, right? So if you got a SWAT with a shield, you can shoot him in the leg and it'll take that shield away, and then on top of that, he will be you know, less of a threat towards everybody. When it comes to dealing with those zombies, I recommend that you shove them a few times to stun them so that you can get a better shot. Okay. Then the final one, the final vessel, the 8th vessel out of the bunch, we call it the Boo Boo Kiss. Pretty funny, right? I wanted to come up with like some pretty funny names, but for that one, you're gonna want to remove Deprived and put in its place skilled medic expert. Then the next one, you want to do staying alive on expert with healing item stack on expert. All right. The items that you would want to bring, you want to bring them as casualty kit. Okay. A revive syringe, as well as the experimental gen shot as well. Now, as you can tell, the Boo Boo Kiss is a build that is just strictly made to help out your teammates in terms of surviving, right? It's strictly made for that. It also helps you because you have skilled medic on expert, so bandages are probably going to be healing like med kits, and med kits are going to basically just get you to 100% health. All right. The revive syringe, you can give that to your friend, right? And you can also give them the experimental gene shot, which makes it where they're completely immune for the whole game. Now, I know you're wondering, well, why don't we use that? Yes, you can most definitely use it, but remember, we are a very tanky build, so we're not going to be really taking that much damage. Okay, we have sturdy body and we have lucky, so we honestly want to become infected. And with the mass casualty kit, you have 2 things of pills, that's 6 heals. On top of that, you got bandages and med kits, so you're most definitely gonna be good like every game. You want to be infected because it makes you more resilient towards damage. Okay, with staying alive, let's say your teammate goes down, they pick themselves up with the revival syringe, they go down again. Well, since you're the tankiest person out of the bunch, with staying alive, you will be able to get anybody up way much quicker. Okay. And on top of that, you have healing item stacks on expert, so you can literally pick up a bunch of medical supplies. Any medical supplies you see, you're basically picking them up, you know. And when you see somebody that's low on health, needs med kits, bandages, you most definitely got them. But the biggest thing, the thing that your teammates are gonna be like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that we got this guy on our team, is that experimental shot. You could just literally spawn in with that. I've never seen anyone spawn in with it. You could be the first. You spawn in with it, you'd be like, hey guys, who wants this experimental shot? They take it, they're immune for the whole game. So now they don't have to worry about dying to infection. They don't even need pills no more. So that's really, really good. And I'm telling you, man, you do that, a lot of people are gonna thank you. They're gonna like, oh my goodness, you know, like, I appreciate you, man. Because, you know, especially with the revival syringe too, those are very clutch items. All right, now it's up to you on whether or not you would like to give those items away, or you would like to keep them for yourself. Okay, you are like I said, the boo-boo kiss build, bro. Whenever somebody's hurting, they need some heals, you know, you there. I ain't saying you're there to give them a boo-boo kiss, but I mean nah, let me stop. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the vessels that you have. Okay, that is all of the vessels that you have that you can choose from when it comes to the one for all build. All right, you already know with this video, the description is gonna be, it's gonna be quite a lengthy one. Okay, but don't worry, I'll basically have the full build, and I have all the vessels of the builds of well, you know, as well, so that whichever one you want to pick from, you'll be able to pick from it. All right, but yeah, I'm going, as you see, I am going with the Grim Reaper vessel. All right, we're going with the Grim Reaper. And because I don't know, man, out of all the builds I've showed y'all so far, that one and the big belt buckle, I don't know, all of them are just honestly really fun to play the game with. I'm just not even gonna lie to you, all of them are just amazing to just play the game with. So we're gonna basically get into a match, and I will cut to when I'm basically in one. So yeah, alrighty. We are back. We're back in the building with the one for all build. Just like I said from before, we are playing on Nightmare. We are playing on Nightmare. We have the one for all build. We decided to go with the Grim Reaper as our vessel. And I mean, hey man, if you remember the Grim Reaper build, bro, that build was pretty insane. We're talking like easily dealing with every zombie that you come across. Oh, hold on. I gotta plug my mouse up because it is actually dead. How funny is that? So let's go on and plug my mouse up. I've had it wireless for about, I don't even know, like about a day or two. It's pretty crazy, man. Let's go on and plug it up. Still not working. Why is that? Weird. I can't melee. Okay, I swear we discover brand new bugs every day, guys. Brand new building. Yeah, I mean, with this build, man, look at that. Literally can just slice up anything. The majority of said zombies All you gotta do, swipe for the legs, swipe for the legs, and you're good to go. And with all of these builds, if you do not go with medical supplies for your loadout, you most definitely wanna, you know, be careful. Try to find medical supplies. The main thing you wanna find when it comes to the tank build are pills. That's your best source of healing. Also find bandages and med kits. Anything you can get your hands on, but pills, you're gonna want to most definitely have those. I know you're wondering, what is the best, you know, what is the best way to infect your character? What I would recommend is to find, okay, that, all right. What I'd recommend is to find a shambler zombie, right? Find a shambler zombie, and whenever you kill that said shambler zombie, stay in the green you know, mist, and by doing so you can make yourself infected without having to necessarily take a bajillion hits from zombies. I find that to be by far the easiest way to get the job done. A very convenient way, if you're wondering how to, you know, be able to attack zombies without getting hit as much, a little bit easier. One of the things I kind of figured out last night that you can do is you can slice the zombie in the body first, especially if it's multiple of them. Slice them all in the body first and then go for the legs, because they do get, you know, staggered a little bit whenever you do that. I'll show you what I mean. So right here, do that, boom. So you can do that little motion if you know, if you feel like you need to do that every time, you sure can. I kind of figured that out last night. I was like, okay, that's actually a very good way of, you know, neutralizing a zombie without having to get damage. So it kind of saves you from getting damaged the majority of times. The riot zombies with the shields, they tend to ignore everything. You saw I literally shoved that guy. He just went straight through it like it was nothing, which is crazy. I don't know if that's a bug or that's just how them zombies act. Maybe a little bit of both, not gonna lie. And what do you know? We got a critical supply item. Very, very good. That's gonna allow all of our teammates that do manage to survive this encounter to get a lot of experience. A lot of character XP. I don't know how I just claimed that, but yeah. So as you see, we have team supplies, which is basically what you're going for to get your character level up. And then you have the match XP, which is towards your account level. Depending on how high your account level is, it, you know, it basically depends on the amount of weapons you can buy from the loadout shop or just items in the loadout shop. It also, you know, makes it where, you know, some perks, in order to get them expert, you do need the level requirement to basically do it. Or I think all perks that are expert. Okay, so for example, sturdy body expert, you're probably not gonna get, well, it's not probably, you're just not gonna get that until you hit the max level in the game, which is level 100. But once you hit level 100, then you'll be able to access sturdy body expert. And then I think for mule, it's like level 88 or 92 to get it on expert. So yeah, pretty crazy. Also, shoving the zombies, like I said plenty of times before, that is also a good way, a very good way to stop them from attacking you. It's just that, you know, it does use quite a bit of stam. Now he has a ammo crate, which is nice. I don't need any ammo though, since we are rocking the Reaper build. What we want is to find as many medical supplies as we can. Again, this build is about the tankiest you're gonna get. With thick skin and sturdy body, lucky, all of those combined. Then you have resident genes. You're very tanky. You add body armor into that, that's like probably the max you're gonna get in the game. You can kind of weave their attacks. See that? See how I kind of just weave their attack like that? So you can, that's another way. That's literally another way that you can combat them trying to attack you. You can run in like you're about to do something. Boom. See that? So the minute they launch your attack, you just start moving backwards. And by doing so, that saves you a lot of trouble in terms of dealing with these guys. You know, for me, I'm a IMADOODLEBOB. It's my job to not only show y'all the builds that I have to help y'all out, to make the game a lot more fun for y'all, but to also give tips here and there on how you can deal with these guys. Now, if they do that lunging attack right there, that's when you basically want to shove them, because that lunge will literally hit you from a mile away. Okay? So that's when you literally just do that. You just shove them, then they're stunned, then you go for the leg. Nah, that weapon is trash. Bro, the cleaver, yeah. Even for like our Jason Voorhees build, yeah. It's pretty tough. It's not a weapon that you want to have, I'll tell you that much. Now, if you're wondering why like my character keeps on like stopping every time we're moving, I'm using a wireless keyboard, and it has like a USB dongle, but the USB dongle is pretty bad. The Bluetooth on it isn't really as strong as I would like it to be, which makes things pretty chaotic at times whenever I'm playing. Also, guys, if you've made it up to here, man, type crash out in the crash out in the comment section, man. Really appreciate it. That'll also let me know, like, ooh, you made it up to this point. Like, dang, okay. You're a real one for that. Ain't gonna lie. Now, the catacombs, you can find a lot of said medical supplies in here. Only thing about this area is the fact that not only you're gonna be dealing with a lot of zombos, but you're also gonna be dealing with very small spaces to basically walk through. Like I said from the beginning, you most definitely want to try to find medical supplies, preferably pills. See that? You just bait the zombie into trying to attack you, which I think I'm actually gonna start doing that a lot more, especially when it's like one-on-one scenarios. I can just run up. See what I'm saying? Like that's so good. And like I said, sometimes, you know, when it's multiple zombies like that, you should honestly just try to shove them. You know, shove the zombie, get them out the way. But when it's something like this, sometimes you'll find yourself in a scenario like this one right here, where it's like the zombies are positioned in such a way where you can't attack them in the legs. That's when averaging comes into play. All it takes is 3 swipes to the body to kill a basic zombie, and it takes 4 to kill a prime zombie. Okay? You don't always gotta go for the legs. Sometimes you gotta go for the kill, bro. You just gotta know when. You know, that's the tricky part, knowing when you should go for that. Okay. Yeah, with those tips, I mean, it should allow you to, over time, it should allow you to not really take as much damage, and overall, yeah. You, like I said, you're already the tankiest person on the planet, so imagine not even getting hit at all. Like, you're basically invincible. You feel me? So yeah. Now we're heading to the train. Okay. I don't mind. That zombie just pulled up out of nowhere, you know? I don't mind it in the slightest. We have healing supplies. We don't have any pills, though. Which is why I'm being, honestly, pretty careful in terms of getting hit. Now, if you're rocking body armor with all of, you know, with this tanky build, it's gonna take you, even on Nightmare, probably about 3 to 4 hits, right? About 3 to 4 hits. Oh wow. Okay, one of our teammates are down. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to him in time, and these guys are obviously okay. Can you get there? Oh please, yes. Okay, my keyboard's like literally freaking out, bro. I can't even get over there. There's no way I was gonna make it over there, bro. I'm gonna keep it a butterbean biscuit. Now, obviously, as your job as a tank, you're like, you know, supposed to be in the front, supposed to be, you know, the leader of everything. So you're supposed to make it. Supposed to make everybody else's job a lot easier. Okay.
Only 3 rounds left.
So basically what you want to do when it comes to doing the final objectives, any zombie that you see standing, it is your job to make them crawlers. Because when they're crawlers, the chances of them, you know, your teammates getting hurt by them are very slim. Very slim. They walk super duper slow. Their attacks are slower. I mean, ain't nothing they can really do to us. Plus, we can jump over them too. So, yeah. Your job is to just make it a heck of a lot easier for everybody. Because it's already easy for you. That's why I like the Grim Reaper build, like, a lot. It's very efficient. You don't have to worry about taking damage. You saw that one, that was literally, we got hit one time, right? See how much damage that did to us? Now imagine if we had the lucky perk also kicked into that. We would have took even less damage than that. So yeah, like I said, with a build like this, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to die. Like, really hard for you to die. Now that guy, he needs pills, which, that's understandable because he went down.
Look, there, see? Hey, look!
Okay, he got pills. That's a W, man. It's okay. Nice. I know somebody had pills. Come on now. I know somebody searched the pharmacy. So he'll be able to stay alive. It's nice. And speaking of the last match that I had, you know, a guy went down. You know, he died because he didn't have pills. His teammate didn't give him pills. He went down. I picked him up. I dropped him the pills immediately. As soon as he picked it up, he got turned into a reanimated, bro. I was like, damn, bro. I wasn't able to save him in time. It really sucks because I know, you know, I know the pain of just losing your character. You know, we're talking about a character that has been through boundless adventures. And you know, Tobeans, he's like my second main character from Squirrel, honestly. Tobeans been everywhere, bro. He's been here since like I'll say the last 2 updates. So yeah. But as you see, that's basically the one for all build. I just showed you one of the variants, you know, one of the vessels that you can go with when it comes to using this build. You have 8 vessels, just like in My Hero Academia. You know, Deku, he gets to choose this from 8 different quirks from the last successors of One for All. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. You know, this was something that I kind of just brainstormed last night. Hopefully this build will you know, help out a lot of folks that, you know, may not know what they want to even go for. You know, this is an option, because like I said, for the series BBB batch, I bring to y'all builds that I have created, that I have made for the sole purpose of helping out all of you, you know, responders. We call us responders in this game, so that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, these builds are meant to not only be fun, but as I say, busted beyond belief. BBB. These are some really OP builds, very OP builds, and this one is probably the most versatile out of any build I have posted, because like I said, it's one for all. So any build that you want to go with out of the 8 that I've given, you can go for it. And today you saw me use the Grim Reaper vessel for the one for all build. So yeah, that being said, if you really enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, shove the freak out of that notification button. You see more W vids like this. And until next time, my brodies, y'all have a good day / night. And I'll see you later.